Hello there, my name is Anna Lundberg. I'm the founder of One Step Outside, author of Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, and host of the Reimagining Success podcast. This week we're talking about how to establish your credibility in a new field, and today is One Step Wednesday, so I wanted to give you that one step that you can take today. And I'm going to be a little bit cheeky because it's quite a big step, but it's something that I want you to consider at least. Now, tomorrow on the podcast, Reimagining Success with Anna Lundberg, you'll hear me talk about 5 ways in which you can build your credibility, so do check that out. You can listen on your favourite podcast app, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify and so on, as well as going to reimaginingsuccesspodcast.com. But today I want to talk to you about one thing you can do, and it's actually something that I know a lot of you secretly want to do, and it is write a book. Now, we're not unfortunately talking about writing a beautiful creative opus, a lovely novel. We have National Novel Writing Month coming up here in the UK in November. We're not talking about that incredible Stephen King novel, the J.K. Rowling, the latest Harry Potter series, or whatever it might be. We're talking about how you can write a business book, or at least a book that will support your business. And that's a really important differentiation, because we're not just writing for our egos, we're not just writing to get a publishing contract. In fact, it might not even be the right decision for you to get a formal publisher. Rather, we're writing a book for a very specific purpose of, in this case, establishing our credibility. Can you imagine how incredible it sounds to say, as I did at the beginning of this video, I am the author of da-da-da. And if that name of the book, if the content of the book, of course, it needs to be good content, really shows that you know your stuff, adds value for your audience, and so on, that's going to be a fantastic platform. It might open up doors for you to be a speaker, to go on people's podcasts, to be published in publications, in media outlets and so on, go on TV, who knows what else. And above all, again, it will add value to your audience. So I want you to really think in terms of one step. Don't worry, you don't have to write a book and publish it today, but have a think about, okay, if I were to write a book that would support my business, what would that be? What would be the key message? And try not to pack it full of every single thing that you've ever learned, your whole big life philosophy. It's not going to be a memoir unless you're some incredibly famous, interesting person. Probably that's not the first book to start with. But really think, if you could distill it down to one core message, what would that be? So I've written Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, and it's actually a collection of 50 stories of people who've left their jobs, their corporate jobs, and set up on their own, gone traveling, taken that leap, and so on. I'm looking at creating a series of books actually around reimagining success over the next few years, which is really the core of my message. And it's not going to be a 3,000 page magnum opus of reimagining success, my philosophy, but a series of sort of small, really concise, specific books that are on those topics, and really hopefully engaging and, again, establishing, growing my credibility in this particular area in my philosophy and mission that I think is so important. So again, your One Step Wednesday, one step for today is to really think about, okay, if I was to write a book, what would be my one key message? And I'd love to hear from you. So do send me a message or comment below if you have that idea. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.